of the headache research study assignment, we put a built-in. We made color font changes. We made changes to the font itself. We added tear-offs. We put the headache research study up there. University Medical School. We put the business tagline on there, the phone number, and then we put the phone number and the name of the company on the tear-offs. And we should be starting on where the business tagline motto is. So go down to that section again. You may want to change that view to that 100% again, like we did yesterday, so that you guys can work easier without hurting your eyes. But highlight business tagline or motto, and we're going to replace that with study conducted by certified neurologists. So study conducted by certified neurologists. Leon, put your mask on. You want to just, if you need to, you can just go down to the office. They'll give you another one. They'll give you another one in the office if you need one. So just study conducted by a certified neurologist right here. Okay, then what you're going to want to do after you type that is we're going to go over to this little emblem thing that says organization right now. And we're going to click on that. And we're going to change the organization to www.headache.ums. And then if your W does what mine does, where it keeps capitalizing, finish it out, and then go back and hit backspace, and it should then hold. It's one of these program trying to be smart for you and saying, oh, that's the beginning of a sentence. It's trying to auto capital, and it'll sometimes drive you insane because it keeps on doing it. So if it does it more than once, just finish it out and then go back and fix it, because then it won't do it. And the book even talks about it that you guys don't have. It says, watch out for the auto capitalization. So you got www.headache.ums. The biggest thing I hate is I usually change pages by,
yeah.
and I'll even do it. I'll go, I'm like, well, that's not going to work. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is going to be in this section right here. Section we already typed. Our doctors are looking for participants with history of migraines or severe headaches. What they want us to do is they said to highlight free trial medication. You may have to do it in two because my control, but bold, where it says free and trial medication. So that free trial medication section, just bold it. That's what they want you to do there. Then it also in that section wants you to go up to where migraines is, highlight that, and underline that. So underline migraines, bold, free trial medication. And then go to your phone number over here and italicize it. It may already be set for bold, so you can bold and italicize it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do after you italicize the phone number is go back to this section right here and just click within it somewhere. Either by age, gender, it doesn't matter, just kind of in the middle of it somewhere. And then when you click in there, if you look up here, you probably get these boxes that say drawing, text box, format, right? So what you want to do is click on the text box format. And when you do that, it gives us options. And these are formatting options that we can do. What they want us to do is if you go all the way over here, there's a text fit in the far left side. You see that? With the drop down arrow. Does everybody see the text fit? Hit the drop down arrow and it gives you best fit, shrink text on overflow, grow text box to fit, or do not auto fit. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Hit the best fit. And what it will do is expand it out to fit that entire box. Does that make sense? Because before we had that insertion box and we were using about half of it. So now it changed it to be the best fit for the box that was created. Do we understand that? So if we would go back in there and start typing, what it would probably do is it would change and adjust itself. Does that make sense? To the best fit for what we have in there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is go above that to this area right here that's big, blank, open space. And right in the middle of it is a little picture. Everybody see that thing? Okay, what you're going to do is click on that little icon in the middle of that box. And then that's going to load our picture box. And mine is taking forever at this point.
Mine was real quick.
There it goes. Okay, so eventually your insert picture box will appear. It's going to give us from File, Bing Search, and OneDrive Personal. So what they want you to do is, remember when I gave you guys that 2 downloads? One of those downloads was a picture. So somewhere it's probably in your downloads. So what you're going to do is go from a file and choose Browse. And for those of you that downloaded it, you'll go to Downloads and find your downloaded picture. And the picture will be this, because mine's not in Downloads, mine's in Documents, I believe.
Is it
It's a doctor
support
support_pub_1_doctor is what you're looking for. And then you'll click on that picture and then you'll hit insert. And what it should do is insert the picture of the doctor holding the tablet on the screen. Simple enough, not much there, pretty easy. But it should be in your downloads. Did you download it, Lucas? No? What you may have to do is go to your Gmail here in a second while we're working. So open up the Gmail. Yeah, and find the one where I sent it to you, and find the file and download it. You can go to the search box at the top and type in Dusty Bar, and it'll pull up all the emails just for me. That's the easy way to do it. And try that second one maybe. Is there one support_pub? Yeah? Yeah, first one there. Download the first one. There you go. Okay, let me zoom down a little bit because I'm too big. So now what we should have is some of this stuff is typed in, but we still got more to do. So what they want us to do now it says down here, they want you to basically zoom back to show the whole page and not be selected on anything. So they don't want you to really click on anything other than have the whole page in view. And then what you're going to do is, with the whole page on there, it says let's go to page design. And when we go to page design, it wants us to go over here where it says background. And it gives us no background, solid background, gradient background, more backgrounds. The one they want us to do is a gradient background. And they want us to choose the second one, which is right there. And it gives it like a teal aqua that fades to white, that fades back to teal aqua, right? And again, these colors are all matching because remember when we chose the lagoon theme? So what happens when you choose a theme is it changes all the colors that we're going to choose from so that they work together. If I would choose a different theme, it would automatically probably change this background to match that theme. And the purpose is so that whatever we create actually looks correct. Otherwise, if you had weird background colors that didn't match, like if this blue here didn't match this blue, that wouldn't look good, unless you wanted it to do that. And you can do that, right? And there's ways to choose to do that. So, did you not download it? Because you may have to do the same thing that he did over here. We're going to have to go to your email. Did you close it out? Yeah, but you're going to have to go right back to it. So go to your Gmail and type in Dusty Bar and find that file. Okay, after you do the gradient fill, the next thing it wants us to look at is this thing right here. The headache.ums and the picture design that we created. Let's go to that. So this thing right here again. And what it wants us to do there is it says it wants us to change the size of that. And it says currently the size of it is right here. It's 1.5 by 0.75. Do we see that? It shows up down here, the object size box. In yours, do you see that?
Yeah, mine is 7.7.
Is it slightly different?
0.3.
Yeah, so maybe for some reason yours might be smaller. But we'll fix it here in a second. So right now it's currently 1.5 by 0.75 or something around those lines. That's not what it's supposed to be. So what it wants us to do is to change that. So what it says to do, I thought you can click on it, and change the 1.5 to 2 and the 0.75 to 1. And now it's 2 by 1. Which makes it fit a little bit better. Then the problem is, if yours did what mine did, now it's kind of off-centered. Doesn't really match up. And they say once you have it 2.1 by 2 by 1, they said to then click on it like this. You see how I do 4 arrows? And then I can pick this thing up and it creates like this pink line. You see that? Which goes straight up through the vertical dots in that triangle. And they said kind of let it go right there so that it lines up perfectly with the pyramid, the triangle, and the dots. Does that make sense what I just said?
Yeah.
So you just want to click it and move it. But you got to be careful because if you click when it looks like this, it's going to resize it. This is move. So it's important to know the difference because there's going to be times where we may use the resize button, but in this case we want to make it move, so we want the 4 arrows. Okay, the next thing it wants us to do here today is it says to probably save it because we haven't saved in a while. Because I kind of get in trouble because I use Google so much nowadays. And in Google, everything's autosave, so you don't think about it. So at times you got to fight yourself when you get into Office, Word, Excels, to really remember to save. Because we get in that rut where we don't save, and if you work for 45, 50 minutes on an assignment and you're not saving, and then all of a sudden it closes out on you, you're going to be a crabby sucker. Because I know I am. Because it's happened a couple times where something will freeze up. There is auto recovery, but it doesn't always work. So just remember, even if I don't tell you to do it, if you want to do like a save every time you do individual step, is that okay? Can you ever save too much? Not really. It's like blinkering in driver's ed, I say. Can you ever really blinker too much? No, but you can blinker too little. So then what you want to do is it says go to the file options, which is in the top left corner. And it says, let's go down to where it says info. So file and info. And when you click on File and Info, it gives us some different options. The one they want us to look at is this one over here where it says Publication Processes or Properties. They say go down to Advanced Properties. And it gives us a summary box, things such as that. It's right here, Publication Properties, and then Advanced Properties. And it gives us some options. Mine has my name for Dusty Bar. What does yours say?
Student.
Student, probably. Yeah, because it's for your computer, which is fine. You can leave that on there. But what it really wants us to do is go down to where it says Comments. And it says type in capital C, capital I, capital S. And then it says type in 101 assignment. So CIS 101 assignment. And then hit OK. And now for this particular assignment, it's going to have a built-in comment to describe what the assignment is. And that's probably a good stopping point for the day. We'll go ahead and stop right there. So save it.